aespa is finally back with girls. I'm a pretty big fan of aespa, not gonna lie, and I'm still not over their last comeback as a whole, so you can only imagine how excited I was for this. There's not much else to brief you on, which is why I'm jumping right in. I understood Savage on the first listen, and I also understood Girls on the first listen. It's very in line with the kind of sound aespa are going for, and it's very much a power song. Parts of the instrumental can be rather annoying, but if I listen to the song, which I'm obviously gonna do because it's fantastic, then I'll get used to it pretty quickly. Personally, I think the instrumental might be a little too unrelenting, and the pre-chorus should have been longer and calmer, and the bridge should have been softer. But I think that's my mind instinctively linking it to Savage, and I don't think I should be comparing them in the way where I want Girls to be an exact copy of Savage. I doubt Girls will beat Savage as the superior aespa title track, but it did try really hard, and I appreciate that. Also, the dance break is a madness. I lost my head when I heard it for the first time, especially when Winter says hold up and the instrumental just stops. With SM, it's either their title tracks are the worst of the worst or the best of the best. This clearly falls into the latter. On my first listen of Illusion, that yummy 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 tummy 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 scared me off almost immediately. Why did they go for that lyric? I hate it so much. I don't know, maybe it fits really well amongst the Korean lyrics. I didn't look into it because I realistically don't care. But it just feels so weird. Well, whatever the issue was, it doesn't matter because this is too much of a bop. I didn't think I would ever like this enough to listen to it and enjoy every single part, but I got used to it on the second listen, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to hardly like it on the first listen and then be enamored on the second listen, but I don't make the rules. Since I got into this song maybe 4 or 5 days ago, it's kind of been stuck in my head non-stop, which proves its catchiness perfectly. The vocal combinations in the chorus are by far the best parts of the song, and I absolutely appreciate and love how the choruses get more intense with each following one. Yeah, stream Illusion is all I can say. The harmonica in Lingo is quite awful, not gonna lie. This literally sounds like space cowboys invading the aespa universe. Maybe that was what they were going for, but it doesn't really work out that well. Or maybe it does, I honestly don't know. This is the first time on my channel that I felt so conflicted about a song. I don't know whether I love or hate it, or even whether I would listen to this. It's very odd, but there are small bits here and there that I vibe with, so I can't exactly tell you if it's my style or not. I hate to leave it in such a middle ground, but I have no other choice since I'm just that confused about the song. Bop? Bop. Life's Too Short is fantastic. It's such a feel-good song and it's not trying to do anything super boundary breaking. That's because it doesn't need to. It's perfectly happy being this cute little fluffy song for a rainy day or whenever you're feeling down. On the English version versus the Korean version, I prefer the English. Oh, but Amelia, the lyrics are cringy, their pronunciation is bad, it's an American push. Shut up, respectfully. The lyrics aren't even that cringy. Sure, there may be moments, but it's not that much of a big deal. As for their pronunciation, it's near perfect since there were only a few lines I didn't understand on my first listen, and I speak fluent English if you hadn't guessed. It might help that I live in Scotland where people speak in half words and half sentences, but I doubt it since the aespa girls are all really clear at enunciating, and it being an American push should honestly be a compliment. It's showing that SM care enough to give the English fans something in their language. Obviously, that's not the reason they're pushing for the American audience, I'm not stupid, but the fact that aespa themselves are singing in English and performing in America isn't only for promotional purposes, but also to see their English fans and perform an English song for them. Sorry for the rant there, but I just don't think K-pop fans should be that against English songs and the American push for the reasons I just listed. But yeah, Life's Too Short is a fantastic song with little to no flaws, and some people need to stop being so hard on idols just for making English songs. I See You gives off similar vibes to Life's Too Short, except more calm and relaxed. That being said, I love it. It's your run-of-the-mill vibe song that seemingly every group has done or will do at some point in their careers. But I'm a sucker for these kinds of songs, so it doesn't matter how many times I hear them because they're never getting old. I think it's something new in aespa's discography though, which allows them to show off the softer and more relaxed side of their vocals, which is probably one of the reasons I instinctively like it more than others in a similar genre sphere. Because the final 3 tracks are songs that were released before the announcement for this comeback, I'll quickly go over them. Black Mamba as a debut was very solid, even if people called it generic as a reason to dislike it. Okay then, you clearly don't appreciate good music and class vocals. But regardless, while I don't listen to the song as much as I did during their debut, it still held up pretty well. Forever is not my kind of song at all, it's incredibly boring. I could fall asleep to this song and that's not a compliment. This was probably only my 4th time hearing it since release and it's still not gotten any better. As for Dreams Come True, it's as good as it was during its release, if not better. I love this song a crazy amount, although I'm still confused on the Navis talk rap thing they had post-bridge, and the broken English is a little weird, but neither of those things take away from the amazing listenability of Dreams Come True. In conclusion, was this overall better than Savage and its accompanying mini-album? I'm not really sure, in all honesty. The Savage mini-album was spectacular, even if it did have some pretty questionable songs on it, but the songs that slapped twice as hard to make up for the weak links. The Girls' mini-album did the same thing, I think, even if we include the 3 prior released songs. This is bad though. If aespa keep releasing such high quality and good music, there's eventually going to be a comeback that doesn't measure up that well with the rest of their discography. Obviously, I'm hoping against that. I'm praying against that. But I'm a pessimist, so I can't help but feel like I'm being set up for failure. In other words, this was too amazing that I'm always going to live in anticipation that aespa can never outdo themselves. Take that as a compliment, please. I'm not bashing on them. Thank you for making it this far in the video, and I hope none of the aespa fanbase rags on me too much for anything I've said. Watch my other stuff if you have time. I don't really care. Bye bye.